Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Jesus promised This morning we read from Psalms 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. To my community of parity and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning. Welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining us this morning. A danger to our country, the triple failure, road, agriculture, and healthcare are all a soaring disaster in our country, presided over by the Jamaica Labour Party. We will zoom in on that this morning. We'll also look at the unfolding situation in Guyana. Also, morning everyone and welcome. Onodo this morning. Onodo. Donna Scott Motley is alive. Oh yes, I never knew that. Couldn't tell the last time one heard anything coming from Donna Scott Motley, the foreign affairs spokesperson in the PNP, with all that's popping off. But she come out to say condolences to Guyana, so we know she is alive and well. I see a video floating around, I don't like trauma, of what seemed to be a sexual assault and murder of a 10-year-old girl in Trelawney. And thereafter, jungle justice was issued out to the abuser, the accused, and the father. I don't know if you see that video swirling around, but I don't do trauma much. I really don't do trauma much at all. And we'll be looking at Dr. Tuft and the Jamaica Doctors Medical Association or something or so go is asking Dr. Tufton to retract his statement, because if you know Dr. Tufton well, you know he doesn't take responsibility for anything that happens under his watch. Generally, how the Labour government operates, it's always something or somebody else's fault. I will also look at Nesta Morgan, the hookworm portfolio of the National Works Agency, with the bad roads oppressing the economy as well as mashing up people's vehicles. So we can fairly say this morning, nothing is working in Jamaica. Only though, if the opposition would be or could be more robust, Big Titty Fiona come out and I tell you, don't like people who spread false news. So Fiona is going to tell you this morning about the rather issue that's making rounds in social media. And we are going to respond to Juliet Holness this morning, Patois versus English, who speak what and who understand what this morning. Morning, everybody. Oh, no. Byron, good morning. Debbie Jarvis TV, good morning and welcome. Miss Jam Uptown, good morning. Welcome, one and all. Pamela Acola, Laverne, good morning. Lynette Jenkins, Suzette Williams, Angie Joan Hamilton Wilson, Sheena Kelly, Abinasa Cody. Good morning, good morning. Donna Thompson, good morning and welcome. Zanette Beckford, good morning. Opal Watson, good morning, good morning. Gloria Morris, good morning and welcome. Miranda Roddick, good morning. Barbara Simpson, good morning and welcome. Violet Watson, good morning, good morning. Good morning, all. So we didn't clip out that video for you, the situation in Trelawney, because when we see it, we hold it far from my face because things easily get recorded in my mind and replay like a scratch CD. So, but you would have seen the video floating around on Instagram. I don't know if it's on other social space, but it's on Instagram. The situation where the 10-year-old girl was sexually assaulted and murdered by someone who they say has been like that forever since he was going to school. Someone is alleging. There's a situation in Trelawney Opal where a 10-year-old girl was sexually assaulted and murdered by her abuser. The abuser, they're saying, has had that pedophilia problem since he was going to school, something that he went to children home for, something that he went to sexual predatory and now turned pedophilia, something that he went to prison for. Sharon Powell, how you the morning? And he whether we raped or sexual assault a 10-year-old and killed her. And then the community went to their home, gave him jungle justice. It is said that the father was defending him and the father met his fatal ending as well in all of that. Quite a sad situation, not on the abuser, but what continues to happen to our children in our country and the nature of sexual predators in our country. So, for those of you who are, I don't know if it's on other social spaces, but I know it's on Instagram. I know it's in the Instagram space. And you are aware of another 10-year-old, not, I don't get the age, a young man from Monroe College who went to St. Thomas on a well-needed break or so on and end up drowning. That's another depressing story also. I don't know where in Chilani it take place, Donna, but I know it's in Chilani. Hold on. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't know where in Chilani it took place, but it does happen in Chilani. It's quite a depressing story. I saw the news media. I've been to say it happened in Troy. Quite a depressing, but the community came out, though I don't always, in principle, agree with jungle justice. In some cases, it might be necessary. Although, in most cases, on principle, I don't agree with jungle justice, Lynette Jenkins. There are some cases where it might becomes necessary. And I hit this, yeah? Yes. Hold on. Hold on, that global is like trauma, you know. But it's quite a situation. Hold on. Troy Trace Trelawney. Oh dear. Hold on, let me see if I can. Bear with globalists. Bear with. Just bear with me.
Sad news in Troy Tire Trelawney.
Bear with me. Just let me see if me pull up a bit of it, show you. Don't know how much is in this video that was just sent to me, but it's in the social spaces. It seems as if there were police on the scene when all this was unfolding, because I could hear. Let's do a quick video from Larceny Reed. I could hear this video is on Larceny's channel. I could hear people in the crowd saying, shoot him, Marcia Thomas, morning. I don't know. It's in the community of Troy Tire. Beverly Cox, morning. It seems to me, based on what I was hearing on the Instagram video, that the police were on the scene while the jungle justice was taking place, because I heard member of the community saying, shoot him. Don't know if it was the police they were referring to. Don't know if it's the police they were referring to when they were saying that. But let us view this little clip. This is the young girl who was assaulted and murdered.
Just in sad news in Troy Tire Trelawney.
Some people just reach on the scene. I don't even know what's going on, so I can't even say anything. All right, I don't even know what's going on, so I can't even say anything. All right, so it's not a pretty scene, people.
Few hours ago, 10 years old Shanna Coke, otherwise called Kadra, found unresponsive in near bushes in Tire District Trelawney. We understand that Kadra was sent to shop to buy food items. However, few hours later, No sign of Kedra. Family and friends started to search for Kedra. Little they know they're going see this unpleasant scene with Kedra laying on the ground. Image shown that her throat slit and body looks sexual disturbed. The perpetrator was caught. Police on the scene now. What we know so far, the perpetrator has a violent past which he was convicted.
Oh, you have to take it easy. Come.
Yeah.
Come.
Oh, gosh. Take it easy, Jonas.
You can't go over there again.
Take it easy,
Go
Mr.
over there, so you can't go over there. Take it easy.
Okay.
I wonder if I could have get somebody to carry more.
Well, pajama, you know.
Eh?
Well, pajama. I can't hear. Well, pajama.
Oh, Sonny, where going?
Well, never want for there, but have to there.
Because, if we, me no go
It is a sad situation. Further on, I explain what happened, alright? When I get the news clearly, what is a sad situation. As we know so far, the little girl has passed away. Alright?
No, master. They say I pass, my uncle pass. See her body. Because they must say, he my only person in the community would have do that. So he must go out there to the father and the father chop him. And our little uncle run go over the father yard. And his father chop him too. I tell a man, it's sad. It's very sad. One time we get the news about, after night he find him, but the grandmother say I must be around 3 o'clock. After 3, she send her shop. And then she get the news now.
She never come back here. Oh, it's a sad situation, people in Jamaica. The junior code there. Junior code daughter, you know. This is so sad.
The last moment I have with her, she was going to the bathroom and I call her, say, Keja, come here, please. And she run come, and when she run come, I say, I want you to go shop for me. And he say, yes, grandma. So she run go up the road, up and make it and run come down back. She no get through. So I tell her, say, please, you can run go to shop for me. He say, yes, grandma. And so the driving, get a Byron, give him a lift. Yes, come out, but get through out of Byron coming back. This is the attack. Oh Lord have mercy. Keja is just Keja. And she's very friendly. Me and father comes in night and talking. If Keja up on the road 24/7, I have to check him father first. Sometimes he come and say, Grandma, me go check daddy, you know. Sometimes he say, Grandma, me a pass on June, daddy no over there, you know, so me no bother stop. That is she. She's very friendly. She's a polite little girl. Everybody talking about. I think she's 10 years old, I think. If me no try primary. Yes. Oh God. Yes, man. God bless you very much. Yes.
So do you have it from the grandmother?
Yeah, they roll the father.
You know, make me feel for the little girl.
When you say a cage, you flick over and roll your ball. Right now, we live for a ball roll.
Ice cream and cake or honey and canteen and we serve by the last.
Jesus Christ, I want this in a
You know the joke. Okay. Jesus, oh God. So we love Mr. Lord. You know, he's the picture. Well, we ain't talking about what you think. Don't it?
Raymond, Errol Reed, morning all, morning, welcome. Oops, well gone. I'm getting information that this young man also, I think recently, raped a young man also and was bailed by his father. I wonder why police or the courts give these sexual predators bail in cases like these. There's information in the social space that this particular young man has been having the sexual predatory behavior since he's been going to school. I'm also being told that there's two brother of them with such terrible behavior. As I said, I don't always on principle agree with jungle justice, but there are cases where it becomes necessary because it seems as if in the community of Choi, children were in danger by this young man. But ask yourself the question, why is it, whether be police bail or by a judge, these people who commit these offenses are being bailed back to the street, veteran Wagwan, are being bailed back to the street to continue their sexual predatory behavior? It has now turned into murder of a 10-year-old child. Carlton Barnes, morning. Exactly. Abena Sarkodie. Gene and Pantan is no risk to the public. Gene and Pantan, based on what we know, is no risk to our children. And Gene and Pantan is languishing in prison. When sexual predators who've got a history, as is said in the social space for this young man, as I'm being told, raped a young man and was on bail, was bailed by his father. Someone is asking me this question. Has these two young men, him and his brother, have they been failed also by their parent? Daniel, morning. Have they also been failed by their parent? Have they not received the appropriate support they should have been receiving? Have they been failed by their parent and the government? Because if this young man, Elgar Fletcher, morning, had this sexual predatory behavior since going to school, then there's a lot of failures involved in all of this, because he should have
News in Troy tired.
he should have received the much needed help, Evan. But does Jamaica even have that level of support to help people of such nature is a question. But it has now turned out into the death of a child. Him and his father have also lost their life. Don't know much about how I feel about the father. Him certainly, he received what he worked for. Oh, I should ask the question the other way around. Has the parent of this young girl failed her? Is a question I'm told to ask. Because everybody, it is said, in the community know of the sexual predatory nature of this attacker. He would have recently raped a young boy. So the community knows he's a danger, but rather than asking the question that way, if he received bail back to the street, whether it be the courts or the police granted him bail, has the state not failed this young girl, not just her parent, who know of the sexual predatory nature and should make sure we don't place our children in danger in a way where we send them to shop on their own or in public on their own, where these attackers could have access to them. But the broader question, though, the broader question of the failure comes from the state. There's argument in the social space that he went to juvenile detention. If anyone can confirm this, he went to juvenile detention when he was a young man going to school for the same behavior. So his behavior to the community is nothing fresh or new. As I'm saying, recently, argument says he raped a young man. So nobody not off limits, girl or boys. Is this not a failure of the state? If the history is that he was in juvenile detention when he was going to school for the very same behavior, if it is that he raped a young man recently, this is a huge failure, not just of the community to keep children safe from him, but a broader failure of the state to protect our children by keeping this man behind bars. John Bailey, how you do? It is very depressing. It's a very depressing issue. The community who know about him and his history of raping children shouldn't be sending their children alone on the street. But the broader issue, though, the government, the state shouldn't have had him out on the street. The state shouldn't have had him out on the street. He should be behind bars. If he had stayed behind bars, this young girl would have been alive this morning. And him and his father wouldn't have met their fatal ending. This is just depressing, I tell you. But he won't be able to rape another child. He won't be able to kill another child. In this case, as I said on principle, I don't agree with jungle justice, but in this case, it was necessary. Because we don't know if the system are going to bail him, put him back on the road to put other children in danger. This young man should have never been on the street. The community who knows of his predatory nature should guard their children more against him. It is said there is another brother of a tyrannical behavior as well, and I hope the community can protect their children from the other brother, and I hope the other brother can see the need to bury him head in the sand like ostrich, but while him say the fate will reach him brother and him father because of their predatory and criminal behavior. But certainly, he won't be able to kill, to rape or kill another child. It's one thing raping a child, but to have slashed their throat during or after, I mean, it cannot get any worse than that. Chase him out of the community is one thing, error. But remember, when pedophiles and sexual predators go from one community to the other, in a matter of time, they start the same behavior all over again. These people are to be behind bars, or maybe in yesterday's frantic tirade, they should have rounded up all three of them. Solve all three problems in one. Solve all three problems in one. Because if it is that he's chased out of the community, the next community he goes to, this problem follows him. So maybe what should have happened yesterday is father and both brothers round up and solve the problem there and then. But when community, this is why when we have people, predators like these in our community, Jamaica, we must be on our P's and Q's. We're losing too much of our children. We're losing too much of our children. We need to be more vigilant. We need to be more vigilant when we have these people in our community. Because we know them, you know. We know the sexual predators amongst us. It's not that we don't know them. Ask yourself the question. And I think it is something that we inherit from the British system as well. Corinne, how you do? It is something that we inherit from the British system as well, where sexual predators in Britain tend to get a tiny slap on the wrist a lot of the times. A lot of the time, they tend to get a tiny little slap on the wrist. through the justice system. And here we're having the same thing in Jamaica, where people like him, who are danger to the public, who are a danger to children, was left to roam freely. While Gene and Pantan, who is of no risk to the Jamaica people, not even picking our pockets, Gene and Pantan is a risk to us. And he's been left in prison to rot. The police who murdered Lady Buju is on bail. I've been told that the community of Troy put up with this slackness for too long with this family. The community of Troy put up with the slackness of this family for too long. For too long, the community put up with people like these. But I only hope nobody from the community is arrested. Can someone confirm to me if anyone from the community is arrested in relation to this jungle justice? Because the video on Instagram, the people were pleading to the police to shoot him while they were chucking stones and bricks like mighty hell at him and his father. It is a very, very depressing situation. Very depressing situation. You might never can tell a something inherit from them father. You might never can tell this is a family disease. But it's very sad. Very sad. I only hope no one from the community is arrested in relation to this jungle justice. Because as I said, in principle, I'd rather people be placed in front of the court. But when the justice system itself becomes the failure, when the justice system, who placed this child in danger, the justice system placed this child in danger. In that family house. The justice system placed this child in danger. This criminal, this predator, this rapist, this killer should have never been on the street. The community may have failed her. The parent who know of the situation in the community may have failed her. The bigger failure here is the justice system. The bigger failure here is the justice system, who should have had this man behind bars. Those who granted him bail is responsible for the life of this young girl. His father, who bailed him, helped to take the responsibility as what took place yesterday. But there are some problems that needed to be solved without the justice system getting involved. Let us now go to a video clip on the situation in Guyana. Bear with. Is this the video? I think this is it.
Covering the bodies of. We begin this evening with the news from the region.
Yes, so now we'll go to Guyana and look at the situation unfolding there in relation to the capsized ferry, which many people have lost their life. More than what is reported that we lost in Hurricane Melissa, even though to date I don't think we receive the proper figure of all of those who lost their life during Hurricane Melissa. But this is quite a loss for Guyana. Bear with.
Covering the bodies of. We begin this evening with the news from the region. 53 people have been confirmed dead and others still missing in Guyana after a ferry capsized off the coast on Saturday. As the authorities continue to probe the incident, Guyana has proclaimed 3 days of national mourning starting on Wednesday. Andrea Chisholm picks up that story.
That man just float out. Who's scared about to collect?
Fishermen and the authorities recovering the bodies of victims from the MV Barima tragedy off the coast of Guyana. The ferry overturned Saturday night after leaving Port Georgetown in the afternoon. On Tuesday, as at 1 p.m. Guyana time, the authorities said 77 people were rescued and 41 bodies recovered. Scores of people are still missing. French and local divers were continuing underwater search and recovery operations. 16 vessels were deployed within the wreckage area, and the designated search area was expanded by 400 square miles. This woman survived the incident and spoke with Newsroom Guyana. She was able to save her baby, one of 2 children.
But in the hustle of everyone to snatch anything they could to survive, her daughter went down.
Me and my children been on the boat, and me been sit on, my daughter been sleeping, and my son been in the hand. So now when the boat can't in them, me rush my daughter, hold him up, try to swim up like, come up to get breath. Then somebody just rush out my hand and send my daughter down.
The main cause of the MV Barima tragedy in Guyana has not been disclosed. It's reported that the vessel's captain and first engineer have been arrested after both tested positive for narcotics. Guyana's President Dr. Irfan Ali met with the survivors and the relatives of the victims.
I also assure the nation that there will be a full, thorough, and independent investigation into this tragedy. The families affected, and indeed the people of Guyana, deserve answers. They deserve to know precisely what transpired and whether any failures contributed to this heartbreaking event. We'll pursue the truth with transparency, impartiality, and accountability.
In the meantime, the 3 days of mourning will begin on Wednesday, July 22 through Friday, July 24. During this period, the national flag of Guyana will be flown at half-mast on government buildings and other appropriate locations. Wednesday will be observed as a National Day of Prayer and Remembrance at the Kingston Seawall in Georgetown. There will also be nights of reflection and prayer on Thursday and Friday. Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.
Our prayers go to the people of Guyana and this sad tragedy unfolding in their country, where they've lost many lives already, and those who are unaccounted for, we can almost certainly say they have met such fate as well. But their bodies would not have been recovered yet. It's just a sad situation across the Caribbean. Where shall we go to next? What a depressing morning. Let us go to let us go to Juliet Holness first, see if we lighten the mood by asking Juliet Holness a question. Let us see if we lighten the mood.
Patwa, easy for me, come there, chat it enough when me little. Yes. All right. So it's not a challenge.
I want to ask you your personal opinion and then your official opinion, if you can.
Patwa, she says, easy for her because she did chat it enough when she little. I have a question to ask down the road, Miss Holness. Continue.
What do you think about bringing Patwa to the fore and using Patwa in the Jamaican language in a more formal and official capacity?
So let me start first officially. For the incident in Parliament where someone wanted to speak Patwa, they are fully aware that other languages are allowed. Our very standing order tells you what to do. You are required to ask of your own colleagues in Parliament permission to speak in another language other than the English language, which is the standard recognized by the standing orders of Parliament. So persons know exactly what to do. May I speak in a language other than my own? And it is the House who says yes or no, not the Speaker. As a matter of fact, I will give you the scoop. It is incorporated in our draft new standing orders to allow for the speaking of Patwa, our Jamaican dialect. Right. And it is going to be for the House to decide if they would like to have that. Right. Now, for me personally, I can both read and chat Patwa good. Patwa, easy for me, come there, chat it enough when me little. Yes. All right. So it's not a challenge for me. And I believe that the Jamaican dialect is always going to have a place and space in almost everything we do. So people don't think of the ramification of just getting up in Parliament and chat Patwa. Many of us cannot write or read Patwa. So where are we going with it? We only talk Patwa. So we can chat it, we can read it, we can write it. And it is so difficult because of the varying ways Patwa is spoken and the varying ways it is written, even though there are two official ways of writing Patwa. I believe we also need to take into consideration that we're speaking to a wider world population. And in doing so, as much as everybody who meets us as Jamaican love how we talk, love how we sound, when you're in Parliament, I think people would equally want to understand us.
Miss Holness, my question is, we know you can speak Patwa. We always hear you speak Patwa. The question is, can you speak English for long or fluently? Because the member, it's more than two official way that. I wonder if you can speak English. Of course we know you can speak Patwa. We're no fool. We listen to you all the while. So let's go over to Fiona Beswick. Fiona Beswick respond to the backyard farming and the RADA issue and the misunderstanding a lot of people are having when it comes to who is required to have the RADA license when it comes to farming. We did an article on that last night, you would remember. Let us now go to Fiona Beswick. Big Titty
Anjo, Jamaica, I can't serious thing when me a hear. I can't serious thing when me a hear for true. What you mean? Say, law pass, say, you have to sign up with RADA if you can plant little food and vegetable on your own a piece of land or around your yard.
Listen to Fifi now.
You see people that will tell a lie on the internet to get likes. I don't like them, I don't like them, I don't like them. There is no truth that you need to register with RADA to plant in your backyard. There is no truth that you need to register with RADA when you're getting things for your own personal consumption. Nothing of the sort. No law, no say so. Nothing no go so. A lie, them a tell. Rather is there if you are doing commercial transactions, if you are planting to sell. And clearly, it is only there to ensure that when the police stop you with commercial quantities, then you can prove that you are a real farmer. But if you're in your backyard planting to consume in your house, you don't need to register with RADA for that. In fact, we are encouraging that or more you to plant in your backyard. That's why over 5,000 backyard garden kits we've given out. So you see, if you don't hear it from me, no listen to them when them tell you nothing about agriculture. Just check me, I'm going to tell you what I want. All right?
We need to pick up donations to buy a brass ear for Fifi. Because Fifi, titty them are get big enough, you know, what you put in a bra. But put that aside, Floyd Green, where for the commercial farmers, it's more of a tax by stealth, a tax via the back door. But you have destroyed agriculture. Street and lane across Jamaica, community by community in St. Elizabeth, your stewardship of agriculture, and this is a rollover from what Dr. Tufton with the DR title, did to agriculture when he was agriculture minister under Bruce Golding's tenure. It's a complete destruction of St. Elizabeth, especially Southwest St. Elizabeth, fishing and farming. We don't destroy it. And what are we substituted with? With Bill Gates sinting them, with Bill Gates GMO, with James Robertson, a ship in the country. That's why when people them might die of all sorts of illnesses. That's why the birth rate in Jamaica continue to drop. Hold on the globalist. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now my sister called me. Jamrock, how you do? This Labour government, the previous and the current, the Bruce Golding administration, this administration has destroyed agriculture in Jamaica. They have destroyed fishing and agriculture in Southwest St. Elizabeth. They have destroyed agriculture. And to top it off, them carrying poison goods for kill we off, for depopulate we. Because our way eat now make people can breed again, you know. Our way eat now while child mortality rate so high and them something there. That's why women have so much problem in labor. Because our parents were, especially my mother, were give a dozen of us at home and never have to interact with the nurses, the local, we do call them grandies, the local midwives, the local woman in the community. Just deliver all our so healthy, survived. But with modernity, women can't get pregnant. Women have a lot of problem in pregnancy, and babies are dying at a rate in our country. This is all because of how our diet has become. I tell Jamaica people say, tap name the KFC, tap name the Chinese, tap name the whole heap of fast food. Eat what you grow and grow what you eat. Eat what you grow and grow what you eat. Let your food be your medicine and your medicine your food. Nobody no longer believe in them sing. The people will do you over for KFC. If you see the video them on social media where when people in a KFC line, them will war for the poison. We see Jamaica people go line up, take the joke for donut. We not doing any good to ourselves either, Jamaica people. We are not doing any good to ourselves. We are hark up and a harp up the poison. We are investing in the poison. So we can't complain when we are involved in our destruction, left, right, and center. Just like the community of Chai, who have harbored this criminal, the community of Tyre and Chai that have harbored this criminal for so long until see what happened yesterday. But while I'm at it, let me appeal to parents from Moran Point to Negril Point. During this summer break, take care of your children. Not just make sure they eat, wear, and sleep, but how they go about, who they are with. There are sexual predators lurking all around. Those who you know in the community, those who you don't know. Make sure your children are safe. So during this holiday period, protect your children. No send them go people yard. Don't make sure them not out of your sight. Don't send them alone at shop. Because dangers surround us. So we have to put measures in place to protect our children. Let us go to the Chamber of Commerce for Westmoreland. This is where Nesta and Andrew Olness destruction. Because Jamaica people don't have road for drive, you know. Even though Jamaicans are being oppressed with these traffic tickets, the road situation is causing more havoc in our country. There's no road to drive on. The roads are causing accident. Before Melissa, we never have road anyway. And Melissa make it worse. The Savannah Lamar Chamber of Commerce is saying the road is mashing up business. So no ungo car and people the road are mash up in a Jamaica. It's also mashing up businesses as well. It's also mashing up businesses as well. And to the people of St. Elizabeth, remember 5 o'clock this evening will be the town hall meeting at Black River High School. Please attend and put your information forward and your frustration and everything. So let us listen to the Chamber of Commerce in Savannah Lamar.
Roads in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa is hindering business in the Westmoreland capital of Savannah Lamar. Kimberly Petty has the details. Bad roads are damaging more than just vehicles in Westmoreland. They're putting a dent in business. That's according to members of the business community who say the poor road conditions have resulted in traffic congestion in Savannah Lamar.
Westmoreland is at a breaking point. Business persons, people who are going to work, going to school,
whatever it is that you would like to do on a day-to-day basis, it's a struggle just to get from point A to point B. The road conditions have never been this bad, and certainly not for such a long period of time.
President of the Westmoreland Chamber of Commerce, Moses Charbar, said the situation is dire and is in need of urgent fixing.
Every direction coming into Sav or leaving Savannah Lamar, you have congestion, traffic backed up like a gridlock right throughout the day, not just during the peak hours. And right now, even as we speak today, the school is out on a break, and the lines are still very long.
Businessman Cosman.
Remember, the Prime Minister called these thoroughfare or economic corridors.
Jackson has also been impacted.
When you look at the level of business that we are doing here in Savlamar, it has declined significantly. And this, we believe, is from the road conditions. I mean, we have fallouts for small businesses. A number of persons are still not yet off the ground. But even when they come into the town to get supplies, they are unable to move from one point to the next, even in taxis and private vehicles.
Mr. Jackson, who is also the vice president of the chamber, said the bad roads have become a deterrent for customers. For his part, Mr. Charbar is worried that if the problem isn't addressed in a timely manner come September, when school resumes, it will be chaotic. And while the police have been helping with traffic management, he believes the resources currently being used could have been utilized elsewhere. The chamber leadership says they've engaged the mayor of Savannah Lamar, Dan Delancey, but they've been told that funding is lacking.
So again, we're calling on the Prime Minister and the government on the whole to really spend some time down there, allocate some funds down there to get these things rectified.
We put the issue to Community Relations Officer for the NWA, Janelle Ricketts.
The agency will, over the course of the next couple of weeks, be improving several roadways in the parish. These include some of the major entry points into the town of Savannah Lamar.
She added that the main road network will be repaired under the Graded Overlay Emergency Road Rehabilitation Program at a cost of $80 million. As for the roadways in the town, she said they are the responsibilities of the municipal corporation. Kimberly Petty, TVJ News.
I hope Norman Ferguson, all right. We haven't seen him for some time now on the Easy Jerk world. We haven't seen them for some time. I hope they're okay. So that's another destruction coming from Andrew Holness's office. The National Works Agency. And I mean, the Prime Minister ought to have known that there are extra support and money needed in Westmoreland due to the Melissa devastation. Due to the Hurricane Melissa devastation, more money and resources are needed to solve the road problem.
His testimony in Jamaica.
It cannot be
the Jamaican National prosecutors have sought
that we have to hold on.
Witness in a high-profile triple murder case against the music producer.
It cannot be that we have to sit down and wait for Nara for everything.
Take his testimony in Jamaica.
It should not be that everything we have to sit down and wait for Nara for, because if we're going to sit down and wait for Nara in Jamaica, we're not getting anywhere. Because Nara is just all Nara is, as opposed to any other system we'd had in the past. Any other system we have in the past, Nara is just bloated bureaucracy. You didn't call for his birthday. What you mean, Wayne Evans? Wagwan, how you do? Ubuntu for real, Wagwan. Elga Fletcher, morning all. All Nara will be as opposed to any of the other systems we have in place at the moment that could have done the work that NARA has been put in place to do. It is just bloated bureaucracy and stealing in one place. That's all. The Prime Minister will then have to prove to us. Yes, I may crop it at the moment for put in a studio. The Prime Minister will then have to prove to us that NARA was worth the wait, the time, and the money. But all NARA will be, it will be bloated bureaucracy, stealing regularized in one place than all over the place. That's all we're going to have from NARA. That's all we're going to have from NARA, stealing in one place rather than stealing left, right, and center. Andrew Holness just create a bloated bureaucracy to make sure all of this stealing happen under one umbrella. Andrew Holness need to be put in a barrel and roll over something. People like Andrew Holness to get jungle justice in our country. Andrew Holness and Tufton must tell we who sponsored their trip to the World Cup. Who sponsored their trip to the World Cup? Is it out of hungry money? Or is it out of the millions that we pay them on an annual basis? That is important for them to answer. When the people of Melissa is lying in squalor, has been ignored by the government has looked completely the other way since Hurricane Melissa. But our politicians can go watch World Cup game while the people of Jamaica, see you later, Debs. While the people of Jamaica is suffering, the people of Jamaica, who the help came for, to date has not received the help. Less than 2% of 1.4 billion sit down doing nothing. When our children went back to school, glaring up in the element, when people are still under tarpaulin, people were pushed out of schools in order, while the government said we are bringing in container houses, we're building bases for the container homes. And to date, nothing has been actualized. We saw Dwayne Vaz did 3 videos, and in all 3 videos, there was no improvement. In all 3 videos, there was no improvement. I'm waiting for a video to load up in the library so we can get it on screen. Ask yourself, is the opposition robust enough in the face of a crooked government? Is the opposition utilizing instantaneous information in the social space as they should and ought to, given how this government regularly falls from one blunder to another, trot itself from one level of misinformation or blatant lie to another? is the opposition doing enough? Is the opposition highlighting enough what they ought to be highlighting when it comes to the crookedness, the cronyism, the lies, the failed promises of this government? Because in relation to the whole NARA license and all of that, Dr. Campbell Manning, honeymoon not done yet, sir? Me know marriage may sweet, me never enjoy it yet, but at least for the first 10 years of marriage, there's something to look towards, because I'm of the view that marriage no work for more than 10 years. I think every 10 year people should divorce and married over again, because marriage no really lasts more than 10 years, the truth be told. Dr. Campbell, you still there on honeymoon? Because me not hear you speak up in your portfolio. You should be the one to come out and give clarity to the public, not Liad Fifi. Because the truth is, we don't tend to believe a word what Fiona said. Not a
Seek his testimony in Jamaica.
Because we know by now that Fiona is a liar. Dr. Campbell, the honeymoon not done yet? Is it time for Dr. Campbell come back to work? Dr. Campbell, me can't remember you did apply to with a time off. This is the problem with politicians, you know. All when we pay them lock, stock, and barrel, they still can get them time off whenever they want. They not have to ask nobody for nothing. Then turn up if they choose, then turn up if they don't choose. They do what they want to do. And we can't even sell one pot of soup on roadside in a piece. We can't even sell a pot of soup on roadside in a piece.
Seek his testimony in Jamaica. Jerry J. Shelton, the Jamaican national who prosecutors have sought to call as an overseas witness in the high-profile triple murder case against the music producer Linval Shabdon Thompson and his co-accused, is now set to face a Broward County, Florida jury on charges stemming from a fatal double shooting. The closely watched cross-border case is one that investigators have linked to a violent St. James gang feud that authorities say spilled from western Jamaica into South Florida. Court records obtained by the news show that Shelton's jury trial is scheduled to begin on November 9 before Broward County Circuit Judge Bernard I. Bober in Fort Lauderdale. Shelton has pleaded not guilty and remains incarcerated at the Broward Main Jail without a bond. The confirmation of the trial date comes months after the St. James's Circuit Court granted an application by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for 2 overseas witnesses to testify via video link in the triple murder case against the Thompson and the Tajay Fathead Clark. Shelton, who remains in custody in the United States, is one of the witnesses the prosecution has sought to have testify remotely. Legal and logistical challenges associated with securing evidence from an in-person witness overseas are among the factors that have contributed to repeated delays in the Jamaican proceedings. The Jamaican case stems from a brief May 25, 2022 shooting at a birthday party on Marl Road in Rose Heights, St. James, in which Shamaria Chippy Calvin, Shadwell Bombrain Fraser, and Tonian Two-Fly Reed were killed, and the 2 other people were wounded. Shelton was among those wounded in the attack, making him one of the surviving eyewitnesses. He fled the country for the U.S. after the attack and was publicly seen with dancehall artist Squash, who is now incarcerated in the U.S. Squatch, whose given name is Andre Whitaker, is serving time for a separate offense. Local prosecutors have argued that Shelton's evidence is material to their case against Thompson and Clark. 4 months after the birthday bloodshed, Shelton himself was arrested in Florida and charged in connection with a deadly shooting that investigators believe unfolded against the backdrop of the same violent conflict that had gripped sections of St. James. The Broward case dates back to the night of October 19, 2022, when Lauderhill police responded to reports of sustained gunfire outside the Blue Hill condominiums on Blueberry Court. Officers found the 2 men suffering from multiple gunshot wounds in the parking lot. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. The victims were later identified as Dwayne Musselman Francis and Jeff Fordlaw Murray. According to Shelton's arrest affidavit, surveillance footage allegedly showed a darker colored sedan reversing into the parking area before several men exited the vehicle. Investigators allege that Shelton approached a group gathered outside moments before another individual opened fire. Police further allege that Shelton was wounded during the exchange, fled behind a nearby residence, and later returned to the scene, where surveillance footage allegedly captured him firing at one of the wounded men as he lay on the ground. A short time later, a man suffering from a gunshot wound to the neck was dropped off at the HCA Florida Woodmount Hospital in Tamarack. Detectives identified that man as Shelton. Investigators also reported recovering blood from 3 locations along the route taken by the fleeing suspect. According to the affidavit, forensic testing matched the samples to Shelton. Detectives reportedly relied on surveillance footage, witness statements, and hospital records in building the case. Shelton was originally charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder with a firearm. However, current Broward Sheriff's Office jail records describe the principal offense as murder dangerously deprived without a premeditation and indicated that the charges were amended from first-degree murder, while related court entries continue to reference the original first-degree murder counts. The Florida investigation drew immediate attention in Jamaica after detectives received information suggesting that the killings were connected to an ongoing feud involving rival Montego Bay gangs. That assessment echoed the concerns publicly expressed by the Jamaica Constabulary Force shortly after the Lauderhill shootings. In an interview with the news in November 2022, then Deputy Superintendent of Police Aaron Samuels, who was in charge of operations in the St. James Police Division, said investigators believed that the gang conflict that had fueled a wave of murders in western Jamaica had spread to South Florida. He said the police had heightened the security measures in St. James amid fears of reprisals, but noted at the time that investigators believed many of the principal players were either behind the bars or had fled the island. The Broward prosecution has moved slowly through the Florida court system over the past 4 years. The docket reflects the numerous status conferences, defense continuances, changes of attorneys, and the transfers between judicial divisions before the matter was ultimately assigned to Bober. Court records show that Shelton's attorneys filed a written plea of not guilty and a notice of participation in discovery in June this year. Following a subsequent status conference, the court fixed November 9 for jury selection and the trial. The impending proceedings are expected to attract close attention on both sides of the Florida Straits, as Shelton occupies the unusual position of being both a murder accused awaiting trial in the U.S. and the prosecution witness in one of Jamaica's most closely watched criminal cases. Unless the Broward Court orders a further adjournment, jury selection is expected to commence as planned. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us.
just wondering, does this case have anything to do with the police, them when they say lose them visa? Just asking. No. Let us go to Christopher Tufton and the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association. Hold on, let's see what this video is about first before we go to Jamaica doctors.
Concerns this evening about how the ongoing drought and rising
drought and rising temperature. The fact that rain and fall don't mean so we have a drought. The fact that rain and fall, because rain and fall in England need a drought declare. The problem is water irrigation and distribution in our country. Look at Matthew Samuda. Look at Matthew Samuda, where Andrew Holness turn we water to the hotel industry and a starve we of water. Then every minute to come out and try to blame God, blame the environment, and blame all sort. What about water irrigation and distribution? We're an island surrounded by water. We're an island full of springs, falls, rivers, and all sorts. We don't have a drought problem in Jamaica. Every year we come with this friggery. Every year we come with this friggery about drought. We don't have drought problem. We have irrigation and distribution of water problem. That's our problem, not drought.
Concerns this evening about how the ongoing drought and rising temperatures have been impacting Jamaica's forest restoration initiatives. The Forestry Department has been racing against time to restore over 50% of the island's forests that were badly damaged by Hurricane Melissa. But the climatic conditions have been a challenge. As Kalisha Williams now reports, the agency today launched its inaugural urban forestry run to help raise funds to speed up recovery.
Since the onslaught of Hurricane Melissa, the Forestry Department has replanted over 120,000 trees, mostly in western parishes. And coupled with a wetter than normal first quarter of the year, the island's forests have been recovering. But
you're now entering El Nino conditions where it's going to be drier than normal. So it's not really an ideal time for that sort of thing. So it's a mixed bag of success, right? You see, plants that are more climate resilient are indeed sprouting back the hills better than they did post-Melissa. But we have a long, long way to go.
The CEO of the Forestry Department and the island's conservator of forests, Ainsley Henry, also spoke to the impact the current climatic conditions have had on replanting efforts. The hurricane damaged about 51% of the island's forests. However, it is difficult to say what percentage has naturally bounced back at this time.
Because we're going through El Nino, it's kind of like a confluence of really bad things. El Nino, a drought, and so on. Our major concern now, and it actually is a significant and major concern, is that these factors, these effects are going to prevent us from being able to continue doing replanting the way we've always been doing it. In fact, one of the things that we're encouraging people to do now is to walk with 2 bottles of water, one for you and one for your friendly neighborhood tree.
Also, because of the heat and dry spell, he said the department has had to change its approach to tree planting.
We are more focused on doing planting within urban spaces where there are people to be able to help to keep the trees alive than just doing it in the watershed areas right now, because we don't have the ability to, drive a water truck up into the mountains to water the trees.
It follows the launch of the Forestry Department's inaugural Urban Forestry Run, scheduled for August 23 at 6:30 a.m. in St. Andrew. Registration officially opens today. The proceeds from the 5K will help to boost restoration efforts, specifically at the Black River mangrove areas and the Silent Hill Forest Reserves in Manchester.
But also to bring about consciousness of the fact that the forests were indeed badly damaged, and that each of us needs to play a role, because the forestry department doesn't have the sort of staff contingent to even manage the planting of 500,000 trees annually. So we need everyone on board. We need church groups, community groups, political groups, school groups, anyone who's willing to, we want to engage and bring them into our fold so that they're able to assist us with this Herculean task.
Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
Bear with. Globalist. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if I crop another video. This is in relation to Trelawney. Very depressing. Especially when you wake up to these level of news in the morning. It just fuck up your day before your day even starts. The truth be told. Just literally shake up your day even before the day starts. Let us go to the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association. Then we come back to Troy. This is Christopher Tufton, classic Christopher Tufton. Never take responsibility for anything.
As they are.
Never take responsibility for anything. It's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's failure. As opposed to what Dr. Christopher Tufton should have done. As opposed to what measures Dr. Christopher Tufton should have put in place. Remember when the doctor them come from foreign and couldn't get through to the surgery them? Remember Christopher Tufton went on to blame contractors and all sorts. It's never the failure of this government. It's never the failure of the portfolio minister. It's always everybody else's fault. How then, one might ask, will this government be able to correct anything at all? How will this government be able to correct anything at all when they don't take responsibility for nothing? Where they don't see where they have gone wrong in anything? How this government will ever remedy or correct anything in our country if it's never their fault? If it isn't or never their fault, then they are under no obligation to remedy the problem.
As they are. It is disheartening to realize that the minister is unable to identify the inhumane conditions in which the doctors must function, the dissatisfaction among the interns, and what the doctors have to present to this country as healthcare. The JMDA would appreciate it if the Honorable Minister would change his statement, apologize to the interns, and state accurately the facts as they are, so that the nation will not be misled in this matter.
Now, Christopher Tufton is saying when them do the protest, it was based on shortage of bed space for patients. The Jamaica, when the emergency department staged a protest a couple of weeks ago, but the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association is saying no. The protest was because of grueling working condition, including shift lasting for more than 48 hours and lack of adequate rest facility for doctors on after those shifts. That's what sparked the protest. Dr. Tufton have a different story, meaning Christopher Tufton is not recognizing that our doctors are overworked. That tired doctor that are frustrated in the mind, can't look after sick people. Doctor, we not get no rest or no proper sleep. Cannot look after sick people, Christopher Tufton. And rather than Christopher Tufton acknowledges the facts, acknowledges the reality, Christopher Tufton come out and talk about bed space. That is a lie, Christopher Tufton. Well, they speak nicely, so they would say you are misleading the nation. Christopher Tufton lied. Anna, how you do? This government, we were given the chance to put them in a barrel and roll them over the precipice, and we gave them back power. We were given a chance to put this government in a barrel and roll them over the precipice, and we gave them more power in our country. Let's end on the Troy triple murder. Triple murder and rape. A child was raped and murdered by someone who should have been behind bars. A child was raped and murdered by someone who the community should be vigilant about. A child was raped and murdered because the state of Jamaica and the family has failed to protect her from a known predator. A predator known to the state, a predator known to the community. This child was failed. Globalist. Hold on. Very depressing way to start my day. Very depressing way to start my day. But our prayers go to the family and the community of Tyre in Troy and the devastating unfolding of what took place yesterday. This sends us the message, Jamaica, that we must protect our children, especially during this summer holiday period. We must know where our children are. We must know who we're leaving them with. I know some of us have to work and some of us have to hustle. Your children, though, are priorities. So throughout the summer holiday period, Not only the parents, the entire community is charged with the protection of our children. Let us get back to the community raising the child and not just the household. All right? Let us get back to the community raising the child and not just the household. Please, because things are getting from bad to worse in our country. I would say a fool, yeah, she say again. Yeah, this is modern day fools say. Post office to be upgraded to government service center. I mean, she's been put there to clear up bureaucracy. I don't know how the changing of the name from post office to GSC will assist, will improve service. Me no know. Modern day idiot. Oh, Elaine Turner, oh you do. Come here, foolish Africa. Idiot girl, come here. You and Vegas no shame. Talk it truth, Africa. You and Vegas no shame. Face the relegation. Make me go into the football language even though I don't understand it. You know shame face the how no been relegated. You don't have to target social media people forget little knowings and little likings. Idiot girl. How better than Rose or a Rose she name? A Rose, what is girl name we have traction over TikTok? Queen Africa, go look her walk. Go look her walk. Because you're somebody who we need look up to. And from you and Tony Rebel, if you look like you just gone cuckoo lolly, so yes, Rose. Or you get all the way at some fest with Rose business, Jankro. Why you don't go look at walk? What's wrong with you in Vegas? And are we relegate to you know? Rosalie, yes, Rosalie. And are we relegate to know? Is that you know just burn out? When you turn from fire coal to ashes, leave the girl alone. You are no better over social media. You have become a junkro over TikTok as well, just like any of the other junkros over there. That's why I'm in a broadcast over there. I just pass through there when I want to watch fuckery, because sometimes fuckery is necessary, you know, people. In this world where we live, sometimes a bit of fuckery is necessary. But Africa and Vegas in their relegation, Andrew Mac, how you do? We not take it too far now, Jankro. Go look what do. Go plant something. Africa and Vegas come off a TikTok. When uno be in a celebrity rise status, uno wouldn't see any of the people them where they on TikTok now. And now uno come down and relegated to body clot. Coming like uno walk and wipe people body on social media. Go and go look at work. And if you can't get work, go plant something. Go plant something. Make rather police them come arrest you for planting. But go and find something do Africa and Vegas. Uno to idle and careless and drop off a shape. And now uno come and fight with the worst of the worst over TikTok for the knowings. Jankro want to the two uno. Did uno two Jankro. One uno did in a tree top. Not to be fling, we couldn't fling for catching up there. And now when you come down pan dirt and pick dead meat now, Jankro find something, don't know? Go and go plant something, Jankro. And Rosalie make Tony Rebel left you. But you love the rubbing out and the attention. Everybody rub you out over there for Rosalie. Stop look attention, Africa. Stop look attention and go to music. And that we know you for. Or you're getting a mix up junk. How you got chastise Rosalie when you come out here a body shamer? You idiot. You modern day fool. You stupid tyrant. You unholiness crony. How you got chastise her when you don't behave any better than her? Jankro? Go and go find something though. Africa, go and go find something though. You in Vegas too idle. Here cartoon says she in Vegas used to sell pussy on the same back road. Don't know coming in and sell front in my life, so me never have to go up on back road. But a cartoon says she in Vegas used to sell front on the same back road, not me. So anybody Vegas have to go war with is cartoon. Because me know cartoon from Black River days as a go-go dancer. When she and Tony Rebel did that, she was a labor right. Me don't know if she changed now like how she and Tony Rebel left. But when she and Tony Rebel did that, she was certainly a labor right. Go and go find something to jankro. You get too common. Come on, mango. Beat out, soft out, come on, mango. Look how you drop from the East Indian tree and come come on, mango a dot. Queen Africa go look something. Do you in Vegas too common and cheap? I wouldn't buy enough for a penny. If Queen Africa and Vegas are sell for penny, and you don't get lower than penny in England, jankro, me never buy no because it would be a waste of a penny. Go and go look at work, jankro. Anyway, are you foolish, RJ? Foolness not happy so with you, you know. Come in and know how government from post office to government service center. What is the difference? What will be the service improvement? RJ Comarks. I know the same slow service where I get. I know this in the same derelict building them. Woman go on where you go and go look something though. Go on where you go and go look something though. Because for whatever the US them run your home for, you come a test with it. From you come in a RJ, you not have test with it. From you come, you not have test with it. You left with dizzy. You do one interview, and my God, I'll know me still a Sepini wall every time me look. Every time me look upon you, me Sepini wall, you become confused by the interview with the ambassador do. As opposed to the ambassador for Antigua with Dan Jackson Miller interview, where we got clarity from him. So tell me how the post office them are got any less confused than what you told us in the interview with JIS, RJ Marks. Woman, go wash your face. Go wash your face make we see who we are look upon. And make we see who all you be. Because if you ever wash your face round you, even ghosts run from you. RJ Marks. If you ever wash off your hope of dirt off of your face, people will be surprised by what them looking at. Me don't know Otaya and Rocky Mead which one look bent up more. Anyway, globalists, me I come go about my business. Me I come go about my business. But Queen Africa and Vegas to go look at work. Then to common. Then to steal. Then to run out of things to do. And because when you run out of things, you have to come pan ya, adjust with people. When you would kick with we turn up at the front of the stage when you don't have wing one of them have feather pound a wing. One of them they walk above dot. Dirty jankro. One of them they walk above dot. If we turn up at the front of the stage, we know that kick we like how the 9-month belly beanie man kick the woman where they. So move jankro and go look at work. And if you can't go look at work, go plant thing. Anyway, globalists, thank you very much for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support as usual. Please do join us back tonight for the People's Point of View. And remember, if you are in St. Elizabeth, make sure you attend the State of the Nation Town Hall meeting this evening, 5 p.m. at the Black River High School, hosted by Miranda Wellington and the PNP. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon. And remember, let the village raise the child. Let the village. We don't say Beanie Man belly big like him 9 months pregnant. Anyway, good morning and good afternoon.
Too long in our little ghetto. Run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down, me say Rastafari. War and cry and do the righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down, war and cry. Rastafari, war and cry. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all. And we love Jah. Me love Jah. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ, oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is so dead. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. now first of all, me got what I seen him. Big him and throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Big him and throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the fight. You might throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man, throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black, big him and throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.